Right, it is January 2023 and this one's going to be a video for the hardcore palm fans. Excuse me. It's also a bit of a test video for my new mic. So we're in the front garden, there's going to be a bit of background noise. It's a weekday, a lot of traffic, but I want to see how the mic would fare up. But the palm we're going to be looking at is the Nannorrops Ritchiana. So it's here. So I'll give you a little bit of background on it and some basic information, if you like. So this Nannorrops is the only actual species in the family. It is a nice glaucous green. So origins of the palm is sort of I don't know, Middle East, Afghanistan, that sort of area. It is gonna, ideal conditions are going to be hot, dry, sort of arid, very stark environment. So it's a totally, the UK is obviously a totally different environment to that. But yeah, so that's sort of a bit of background. The overall size can get up to about 6 meters, with the individual fronds being maybe 4 foot across. It is a clustering palm, but unusually it's monocarpic, so which means once it flowers it dies. I don't think it's going to be a big issue here in the UK, so I doubt if it'll even get to a size of flowering to worry about it sort of dying off. So monocarpic, obviously mono once, carpic is carp, seed. Yeah, so you're looking at 6 meters in height. So if it did flower and that main stem died, it's actually one of the few palms that actually regrow from the trunk, but also you've got loads of side shoots on it as well. So the overall hardiness of this is very impressive. It is possibly, or down to pure terms of cold tolerance, it is the hardiest palm in the world. So you're looking at, figures vary, but minus 20 degrees Celsius to 22, so that is officially hardier than the needle palm, which most people would say is the hardiest. But obviously a needle palm will probably take more damp, where this is going to be wanting a dry cold. So that is sort of a bit of a background on the plant, sort of genetic wise. My experiences with the plant, I've had this for 2 years now. It's gone, this is the second winter, so we're halfway through winter at the moment. We have got a bit of spotting on some of the older leaves, which is not uncommon for a more dry loving palm. They do spot up when it's damp and cold, but in general still looking quite nice. And like I say, that nice glaucous green, quite a good looking palm. This is, like I say, a clustering palm. We've got the main growth point here, if you like. This is sort of, I've left all the leaves to gather around the very small trunks, and we've got a second sucker there, and there's a third here, which is a new spear coming out as well. So there's 3 sort of growth points on that at the moment. So looking quite nice. So yeah, second winter in the ground. I brought this sort of end of winter a couple of years back, and it was in a pot and it was outside, so they are tough. Like I say, being in a pot probably helps the drainage in the winter, so that would make a good pod specimen. I think they're going to be fairly slow growing to start with. You know, like most palms, once you get them in the ground, they will sort of do the old sleep, creep and leap. So first year they don't do nothing, second year they sort of creep along, and third year they sort of kick in. But yeah, so in general, nice looking palm, and like I say, it's going to be slow, but I think they in environment they are actually quite a quick growing palm. But we say we're not in their proper environment, we are in the UK, and it's going to be a bit slower, or a lot slower. But yeah, I think it's going to be one to watch. I will be doing updates, maybe on a yearly basis. It's going to be a slow process of this one, so maybe once a year we'll do an update, and or maybe at the end of summer we'll have a look at it. And if anyone else is growing one of these Nannorrops in the UK or any other sort of cool environment, let us know your experiences. I'd be interested to hear. And yeah, again, just something a bit different. They are coming a bit more available. I see them for sale last summer. There's none at the moment, I don't believe, but you can get hold of the seeds if you look, and I'm sure come spring, summer there'll be some available in some of your specialist palm nurseries. I'll say price wise, like I say, it's 2 years ago, it was end of winter I bought this, and the price, I think it was originally 60 quid, and that had 30% off, so you do the maths on that, I don't know, around 40 quid point. So I thought 40 quid at the time. I've never even heard of the palm before, so that was a bit of a gamble, but I knew I was getting into the palms at that point and wanted to collect a few different types rather than just your sort of standards. So that is the story behind that palm, and like I say, we'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.